Yeah, can't play with it though. Lobby.
Yo, it's Jazzy Jazz with Lee Bailey's EURWeb.com Spotlight. I'm chopping it up with New York rapper Maino. He's repping Brooklyn, but he squashed his beef with Jim Jones. They done brought Brooklyn and Harlem back together with new music, Lobby Boys. And you know what? We talk about his black girl fantasy. You heard about his white girl fantasy. Don't miss it. And don't forget to subscribe, fam. Thanks for your support.
My niggas is getting charged, them bars is kinda cold. My heart is made of stone. I wake up in penthouses, them strippers just took my soul. My women is on a pole.
Yo, it's Jazzy Jazz with Lee Bailey's EURWeb.com Spotlight. I got the one and only Maino in the Zoom building. What's up? What it do though?
What's going on? How you been?
I'm good. I'm good. Congratulations. You got this dope new project. It is
Thank you.
fire. It is
Thank you.
lit. It is hard. We got some wordplay going on there. Your pen
Yeah,
game is strong. Congratulations. I love it.
take that deeply.
Yeah, and you got everybody on this. You got Fabio Foreign, Dave East, Young
Yep.
M.A., Styles
Yep.
P. What?
Yep.
So tell me your vision for Lobby Boys, you and Jim bringing BK and Harlem together. Tell me your vision for the project.
It was a project that we talked about doing years ago. We just never had it, had the opportunity to do it. Um, it was, for me, it was bigger than just me and him coming together as artists, but we actually tying together our separate, boroughs, Brooklyn and Harlem coming together, as one under the same banner, you know. Yeah, I just always thought that that was dope, especially now with a lot going on in the street, a lot going on in the rap community, so many young kids getting locked up and dying. I just felt like, us stepping up to the plate, showing unity amongst each other
Yes.
was a big thing because we come from a city that almost always profess only for it to be one king. When you think of New York, you think about only having one king. What we saying is that we all kings. We all kings. You understand? And just because I stand next to another king doesn't dim my shine at all.
That's right. But dubs up for Harlem. Okay, I am a Harlem girl. So
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
no, no, I think that is so important. And
Right.
the one of the reasons why I really F with this is you have something to say.
Right.
You know, and like I look at Praying with Benny the Butcher, where you talk about
Right.
shout out to the ninjas that I came out the mud with, ghetto kids, right? The streets turned us into convicts, and
Right.
I'm praying with the same hands I touched the drugs with. What?
Right.
That is profound.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the element that we come from. That is actually, the pain of what we come from, and that is me reflecting on my life and speaking about the process of our criminality coming from these places, coming from these environments, it just as much as there's smiles, there's definitely a lot of pain inside of the ghetto and the side of our actions. So that's what that's about right there.
Word, word. And I think in the joint that you do with Dave East, which I think is also really is fire, it's lit.
Right,
And you allow that vulnerability and that pain to come through,
right.
and I think a lot of times as black men, we feel that being vulnerable is being soft and being weak.
Not,
But
not, not. It's not at all.
yeah.
I mean, listen. The thing about being a rapper is that a lot of times with rappers is like, it's very macho, right?
Mhm.
When you hear everybody's rapping, everybody's the biggest dealer, the biggest killer, the realest person. You know, um, the story is not told in totality to me. In the story of the street is really not as peachy and pleasant as we've been, kind of making it seem. So I like to show the vulnerable side because it's a balance in life. We not always up. Sometimes we down. You know, sometimes we up. But there's things happening in our lives every day that I like to reflect. I like to call my music party and pain. You know what I mean? 'Cause,
Yes.
balance. You know what I mean? I give you the fun, I give you the real, at the same time,
And there's definitely a mix of both on this album. And like in this one, you talk about, in this joint, I'm talking about, Never Take Me Alive. You
Right,
talk about, I'm traumatized, I'm broken, I know I need fixing, me against
right,
the world and my demons at the same time. Ah,
yeah,
fire. You just like a
yeah.
lyrical bar lord, you know?
Well, that's shout out to my guy Jovan. That's him on the hook of that. He's actually the one saying that, but that speaks to our existence. That speaks to our positioning as black men trying to strive and dealing with the world every single day, dealing with the ups and downs of life, dealing with being a father. Yeah, definitely. Coming from the streets and prison and violence. Yeah, hell yeah, that is actually one of the most profound, pieces of writing on the album.
Say less. No, it's a beautiful album, and fam, you got to pick it up. It's out now.
Yeah.
Lobby Boys. Now, the other, I heard a little bit, like it kind of took me back in the day a little bit, the Lobby Boys anthem. I heard a little bit of Jay-Z, Where I'm From, in the beats. Was I hearing things?
Right. Well, we didn't sample Jay Z on that. We sampled the actual song that he sampled. So yeah, it's similar. So we
Yeah,
went to the original and got that, because what he used is a sample. It's been used in hip hop many times,
right,
even
right. Yeah,
he
but
made
no, there's a lot
Capo.
of the beats are fire.
Yeah.
They are ill, son. For real, for real. So now I know this is like asking you to pick your favorite child, but which of the joints on the project is like your favorite that really has your heart?
Mm, I think Climb Back is one of my favorites. It's a shout out to my man Dios Moreno. He's on a hook. Um,
Mm.
Climb Back is one of my top joints. I mean, everybody. What I like is that everybody has, their own favorites. I like the fact that praying seems to be the song that a lot of people love. You know,
Count me in on that one, definitely. I definitely love me some praying. Where'd you go, boo? You still with us?
I'm still here.
Okay, don't leave me.
No, no,
Don't
no, no.
leave me,
Got,
baby.
got you.
So I wanna just again, congratulations.
Thank
Like I love it, and I want to move on to another issue, and this is the criminal injustice that we see in our country. I mean, black men receive sentences that are almost 10% longer than that for the same crime that a white boy commits. Exact
you.
same crime, but the sentences are longer. And you look at the trial right now with Gunna, right, and Young Thug,
Right,
they were denied bail.
right,
Basically,
right.
they're guilty until proven innocent. What are your
It's al-
thoughts about that?
it's always been that. I mean, our position in this country always been, guilty until we prove ourselves innocent. We got to jump, over hurdles. We got to, you know, jump through circles to get past, and get through the justice system because it was never designed in our favor. Our peers or whatever. It was always designed in a way to actually, have us convicted.
Hmm.
It's unfortunate that the music now seems not to be a way out. You see, my philosophy always been the music was a way out of the streets, a way out of the trouble, a way out of the pain, a way into a life that we couldn't afford before. It was a way for us to feed our families, to take care of our mothers. Now, what we're seeing at an alarming rate is the fact that artists are being um, criminalized, pulled in on indictments, locked up, murdered. It's
Mm.
just we've never been in a time like this. I used to think before I got into the music business that if you was if you could become a rapper, if I could become a successful rapper, then I would be kind of it would insulate me from some of that life. It would shelter me. I thought that if you got to a certain position or a certain place, then you are too far away from the reach of the gunplay or the reach of the law. So they showing us that's not true at
Mm.
all.
No, it's real talk. And the thing I was thinking about is like, look, white boys stormed the Capitol with assault
Yeah.
weapons, beat up some policemen, threatened to
Right.
kill a whole bunch of folks, assaulted people. Not one of them was denied bail, but
Right.
Gunna and Young Thug are having to do time. They haven't been convicted of a crime, and that is just so
Right.
unjust. And then look at Raylo, who is, one of Gucci Mane's artists. He just got 8 years for marijuana.
Yeah.
And even though
Sad.
it was $2 million with the marijuana, if he had a license, right,
Right.
which
Enough.
is hard for black folks to get, that joint would have been legal, but they gave him
Right.
8 years.
And now, and they shouldn't even do that. They should appeal that. They should be able to get back because, weed, marijuana is legal.
It's legal. Hello.
Right.
Like,
So
what's
that
up?
may be a problem.
Yeah, that it's just about, look, let's put black men in jail,
Yeah,
and now, and
it's always been that to break up
that's
black families, to keep fathers away from sons, to keep sons, you know, um, away from their fathers, that not have directions. And then what? What happens when you don't have, the father in the household to direct his son, and the mother trying to do it all herself? Then what happens is he follows in his father's footsteps.
That's right. That's right. Word. No, well, shout out to the brothers and sisters behind the walls right now.
Yeah,
And you had to do 10
yeah,
years.
yeah. I did time.
You did 10 years. That's a whole lot of time out of your life. What got you through that, and how do you think that impacted your life?
Um, I got through that with pure will, the will to survive, the will to see another day, the will to. I knew that I would at some point be free. You
Mm,
know, During the time was one thing, but what was probably more scarier than that was not knowing what I was going to do when I came home. That was probably even more scarier because I was in prison and kept seeing people that I knew that was going home and coming back. That was a scary thought for me because that revolving door just to be
mm,
in and out criminal for the rest of your life. You do 10 here, you do 5 here, you do 3 here,
mm.
do another 8 there. Like, whoa, whoa, nah.
Yeah.
I didn't want that to be my life. And I had seen older dudes, in their 50s and their 60s that had been lifelong criminals in that way, and up until that time, I had only been in the street, in prison. Those are the only 2 places I ever been in my life. Um, but yeah, I got through it. I got through it with hope, with faith, and I think that my experiences in prison made me stronger. I went at a time when I was very young, so I
Mm,
kind of grew up, in there. I had no facial hairs, I wasn't this tall, so I had
mm.
went through puberty while I was in prison. Uh,
Damn.
so it kind of helped, mold me, and it got me prepared, and it got me it made me stronger.
Yeah. Well, mad respect for your strength, and getting through that. That is not easy, that is not
Definitely.
that is not easy to do. Now, I read somewhere where you said that what you did, what I forgot what you got, convicted for, but allegedly I think it was
Right.
kidnapping a drug dealer.
Right.
And you said it was a good idea, it's just that you got caught.
It, it was another life ago, another me. Different me.
Now, if you could see one major change in the criminal injustice system, which is what I call it, what would it be?
Um, I mean, the whole thing needs to be redone.
Right.
You, I don't like, the way that, especially in the federal courtrooms, the way that they're able to use, um, you know, the word of of some other person. So now, look at this. If you're calling me a criminal, but you take the word of another criminal to convict me, what is that? How does that make sense?
Right.
This,
That's right.
this criminal that's trying to get out of what he got caught for, and he's gonna tell you some stuff about me to get him out of what he's got going on. That's not right. That needs to be. Even Trump said that needs to be outlawed. Like they need to do something about that because
Dead
it does.
ass.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not right. So if I'm a criminal, you don't take my word. I'm a criminal. I'm a liar. So his word better than mine.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. No, that's a good point. Word. Truth. You speaking truth today.
Yeah.
So before you roll out a couple last questions. So like old news, what, 4 months ago, maybe 3 months ago, you were chopping it up with Angela Yee and you talked about this fantasy of being the disobedient slave and the white girl coming to get you and whoop you. So now are a whole lot of white girls crawling up in your DM right now after that?
They took that thing out of context. For one, people were supposed to laugh at that first and foremost. If anybody know me, know I got a hell of a sense of humor. People were supposed to laugh at that, and they kind of took it out of context of what I was actually saying. I never said that this ever happened. I never said this is something that I like, but it was fun. I didn't even, when things like that happen, you look at it. I mean, I let people know that it was jokes. You were supposed to
Right.
laugh at it,
It
but if
was a
you didn't,
joke. I know.
right, but if you didn't joke, because you got to understand the room, right? You got to understand and learn how to read the room. For me, I'm on a show that's a spicy sex show. We drinking, we having fun, we talking spicy, and it's a room full of friends, so I should be able to say whatever I want to say, right?
Right.
So we just bugging, we just having fun.
Well, it definitely was funny and creative, and you blew up the internet. So, what publicists say, all attention is good attention. So, now what's the black girl fantasy? What's the spicy black girl fantasy?
Um, I like to, I like women in uniform.
Ooh.
So like women of power, like cops, correction officers, authoritative figures. And anytime I would like them to like wear their uniforms,
Okay, ladies, get that
you know.
general's outfit on, get that policewoman's
Yeah, yeah.
outfit on.
No, 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 no. No, it has to be a real one. They have to be a real person. Yeah.
Oh, they have to be real.
Yeah.
They got to be authentically like a
Right.
policewoman or something
Right.
like that.
That is-
Okay. Well, I know they're lining up right now. So are you cuffed up right now? Are you booed up
Nah,
or
I'm
are you
not.
free and single here to mingle?
I'm free and working, and I just pressed reset on my career. My rebrand is better than my old brand. So
Yeah. Ooh, I like it.
it's me just trying to keep working and keep striving. The Lobby Boys is out right now. My Kitchen Talk podcast is doing well. We just shout out to Fox Soul. We just
Oh,
working all of the things that I got going on. You know, as far as business is concerned, this is what I'm pushing right now. Love, 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 love will find me.
yeah. Well, we got mad love for you anyway, always. And congratulations on all of
Thank
that. And okay, ladies, if you're in uniform, you can slide in his DM. He has given you the green light.
you.
Okay, so last question. Contemporary hip hop artists, many don't have the lyrics that we had in hip hop in the 90s and so on, right?
Right.
That lyricism and that message isn't there for a lot of them. But who are your top three, top four of the current hip hop artists? We'll say shout out Dave East, who you got on your album, right?
Yeah, definitely. I like everybody that got on the album. I think a lot of people have a lot to say. I think if you listen closely, you hear, that people are really speaking. Like you even like Lil Baby, I love like he's talking.
Hmm.
I'm just a fan of everybody that's dope. You know, I love Griselda. The guys. Conway and Benny the Butcher. I think that they some real spitters. Um, who else? I mean, I'm a Drake fan as well, But then I love Future. Shout out Free Young Thug, Free Gunna.
Yeah,
Definitely
free Young Thug and free Gunna. Yes, yes.
definitely fans of their music. If you listen, you hear dudes really talking.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Maino, this has been an honor and a pleasure. I'm a big fan.
Thank
Congratulations on the project. Lobby Boys fam, don't
you.
forget, pick it up now. It is out right now. You will love it. I promise you. Thanks again for stopping by
Thank
Spotlight.
you.
One love. Now, fam, don't forget to subscribe so I can keep bringing you these conversations. Let's go, let's go.